Welcome to the deep dive. We've got a really fascinating stack of sources today. It all seems to start with what looks like a simple story: an elderly woman joining her local karate dojo.
Exactly. But as you dig into these notes, these articles, you pretty quickly realize there's way more going on beneath the surface. It's not just about, a new hobby.
Right. So, our mission for this deep dive is to kind of pull apart that narrative, get past the first impressions, and figure out what the sources are really telling us about the Golden Dragon Karate Academy.
Let's do it. The sources really paint a picture of Thelma Gardner's arrival. She's 72, leaning on a cane, wearing like a floral cardigan.
Yeah, and struggling with this oversized karate uniform, the guy, and the belt. You can just see it.
And the reaction inside the dojo, it's not great. Sources mention snickers, knowing looks, even some really cruel imitation from a couple of younger students, Tyler and Josh.
Even the instructor, Sensei Rick, seems impatient, right? Barely hiding it.
Pretty much. Everyone's judging her based on how she looks. They see this frail, awkward woman who just doesn't belong there.
But that's where the sources give us that first big hint, the thing everyone in the story misses.
Totally. While they're focused on the cane and the fumbling, the sources highlight her eyes, calm, observant, taking everything in.
And that phrase, precisely inconsistent mistakes. What do the sources imply by that? It's such a strange detail.
It really is. It suggests, maybe, control. Like it's not just random clumsiness. Maybe it's deliberate. It's the first real clue that what they're seeing isn't the whole picture.
So this isn't just a confused newcomer. The sources contrast that image with this potential legend Thunderhand from old Japanese tournaments.
Wow. Yeah, a name whispered about.
Sure.
Completely hidden in plain sight. So she walks in, this potential legend, and immediately hits a wall of skepticism, even for the people running the place.
Right, the receptionist Amanda and the business manager Erica Matthews. What do the sources say about their reaction?
Oh, immediate concern. But more like dismissal. They're worried about her age, injuries, the dojo's insurance. Erica actually suggests Tai Chi, something more appropriate.
But Thelma insists. Quietly, the sources say, but firmly. She wants karate. She even suggests a trial period.
She does. And Erica and Rick agree, but reluctantly. The sources make it clear Erica's thinking about enrollment numbers, maybe some good PR about community outreach. Business first, seems like.
Okay, so she gets her trial, and her first class sounds rough. Physically difficult, obviously, but also the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, the sources describe her really struggling. Basic stances, balance issues, needing the cane at first until Rick tells her no canes on the mat. Just awkward movements, bad timing, forgetting the sequences.
For the other students, still laughing.
Still snickering, yeah. Side eyes. It's designed to be humiliating.
But here's what struck me from the sources: how Thelma handles it. Despite everything, she keeps her cool, bows formally to Rick at the end, walks off with dignity. She just endures it.
And that quiet endurance, that lack of reaction, it's another piece of the puzzle, isn't it? It's not someone just failing, it's someone observing, maybe assessing.
And her observations start to yield something. The sources put us in the locker room next, right? She overhears a conversation.
Yeah, Tyler and Josh are at it again, making fun of her. But this time, another student, Mia, actually speaks up, says, "That's enough."
Though Mia also says Thelma doesn't belong here. What's the sense from the sources on that? Is she agreeing with them?
It feels more like she means the mockery doesn't belong there, like she's defending Thelma from the cruelty, even if she's still maybe unsure about Thelma herself. But it shows Mia's paying attention, and she's not okay with the bullying.
And Mia's curiosity leads her somewhere interesting: the library.
Right. He goes digging and finds this book mentioning a Thelma Gardner, an American who trained in Japan back in the 70s. And crucially, it references Thunderhand Gardner and something called the Tokyo Scandal.
A scandal. But the text about it and the photo, they're missing from the book.
Gone. Ripped out or something. Which immediately flags this as a real mystery. Mia tries searching online, but finds almost nothing. Just whispers in old forums, like the history's been buried.
So this takes it from quirky old lady to hidden past involving international karate scandals. That's a huge shift.
Definitely. And the sources weave in two other threads right around this time that deepen the mystery further. One is really personal for Thelma.
The scar.
Yeah. She's seen tracing this long, jagged scar on her abdomen. The sources explicitly call it a reminder of past violence. So her history isn't just tournaments, it involves actual danger.
And the other thread, the man watching the dojo.
An elderly Japanese man, Kenji Tanaka, sitting in a car observing the dojo.
Yeah.
He has a file with Thelma's name on it. Impassive face, the sources say, but alert eyes. He's tracking her.
Wow. Okay, so Mia's finding clues, Thelma has physical evidence of past danger, and now there's this mysterious observer. The Golden Dragon Dojo is becoming a focal point for a lot of buried history.
And all this bubbling under the surface starts to affect the dojo itself. The sources show the dynamic shifting. Students are whispering about Thelma now. Tyler and Josh are actually escalating their mockery.
To the point where it disrupts the class, right? Rick's getting frustrated.
Yeah, students are subtly mimicking Thelma's clumsy moves, and it's throwing things off. Rick's trying to regain control, snapping about it not being a comedy club. You can feel the tension rising.
And Mia confronts the bullies again.
During a water break, yeah. She calls them out on their lack of respect.
And Josh's reaction is not good.
No. The sources quote him threatening her. Keep interfering and I'll remind you of your place. It's intimidation, and Thelma sees it all happen, silently observing.
Meanwhile, the business side is feeling the pressure too. Erica, the manager, sees negative online reviews.
Right. Reviews mentioning the dojo is directionless, that instructors allow bullying. And who does Erica blame?
Thelma, of course, calls her a liability.
Exactly. But Rick pushes back a bit, mentions inclusivity, integrity. You see this conflict brewing between the business versus the spirit of martial arts, maybe.
And then Rick gets his own little clue about Thelma, something small but significant.
Yeah, Thelma helps a young boy with his kata. She gives him this really precise correction. That's the phrase in the sources.
Precise. How so?
Based on universal principles. Posture, balance, fundamental stuff, but explained perfectly. Rick notices. He remarks it's unusual for a beginner. Thelma just brushes it off. Old habits. But you can tell Rick is starting to wonder. That seed of doubt is planted.
And right after that, the sources give us a glimpse into Thelma's private world, confirming the danger, the phone call.
Huge moment. She answers in perfect Japanese, "Moshi moshi," and the voice on the other end, chilling.
They're watching.
Yeah, and then asks, "Are you ready to stop pretending?" It confirms Kenji isn't just watching, it's active surveillance. Her cover is blown.
And the source links it immediately to a car engine starting outside her window as the call ends. The threat is right there.
Her past isn't just history anymore. It's physically present. And this seems to force her hand. The sources note a change in her before the next class. Subtle, but Mia picks up on it.
Then in class, Josh targets her during sparring.
He does. Taunts her. "Ready, Grandma?" Deliberately tries to trip her up. Rick has to warn him. The pressure is building from multiple angles.
But the big reveal of her skill comes later, right? Mia catches her practicing.
In the park, late at night. And the contrast is stunning. The sources describe her movements. Precise, elegant, powerful, graceful. Nothing like the act she puts on at the dojo. Mia sees the truth.
How does Thelma react to being caught?
Calmly. Almost like she expected it. Sometimes the truth needs witnesses, she tells Mia. Mia connects it to the library book, asks why she's pretending.
But Thelma still doesn't explain.
Nope. Still evasive. Some questions are better left unanswered. Let the past die. She's still trying to protect something or someone.
But someone else is getting confirmation about Thelma now, too, Josh's father.
Yeah, Alan Wilson, former MMA fighter.
Right.
Apparently he saw something in Thelma's movements, maybe even just the posture that he recognized from old documentaries. Tells Josh his own form is pathetic compared to this old woman's hidden skill.
That must have hit Josh hard.
It leads to a major shift for him. He apologizes to Thelma, references his dad's comments, but more importantly, says he doesn't want to be like his father, implying his dad was maybe strong but cruel. Josh wants strength without cruelty. He sees that potential in Thelma.
So an alliance starts forming between Mia and Josh based on recognizing Thelma's real character and skill.
Exactly. And just as this happens, Kenji Tanaka makes his formal entrance at the dojo.
Impeccable appearance, requests to observe, and there's that silent moment between him and Thelma.
Undeniable history between them. Then he confronts her in the parking lot. The sources are specific.
Yeah.
He tells her he's been tracking for 41 years, 7 months, connects her directly to the Tokyo scandal.
And warns her the truth will come out. Is she ready?
But Thelma's response has changed. No more evasion. "I'm done running from ghosts," she says. She's going to face it.
Mia tries again with the book, asking about Tokyo, about Kenji. Thelma still shuts it down.
Still trying to keep that door closed. Let the past die. But then Josh joins Mia, adding his father's observations. Their shared knowledge solidifies their bond. They're in this together now, trying to figure it out.
While they're trying to uncover the truth, Erica's busy burying things, the security footage.
Yeah, catches Tyler with pills, likely supplements, maybe banned ones in his locker. And Erica deletes the footage, covering it up. Then she makes a call about the upcoming tournament needing damage control.
It shows her priorities clearly, image and wins over integrity.
And this leads directly to the notice for Challenge Day. Specifically, the main event, Sensei Rick versus Miss Gardner.
Oh boy. And Thelma just accepts. I accept, knowing what's coming.
Seems like it, setting the stage for the big reveal.
Challenge day arrives. Packed dojo. Erica's buzzing about publicity. Mia's worried for Thelma, right? Warns her this is probably Erica setting her up for humiliation against Rick, a champion.
But Thelma, sources say she's calm, almost amused, tells Mia, I never run from a challenge.
Okay, so after the preliminary matches, Josh wins. Tyler gets disqualified for being too aggressive. Kenji's watching. It's time for Rick versus Thelma. Rick introduces her kata as intermediate.
Rick performs his powerfully. Then Thelma starts hers, and here it is, the turning point.
She starts clumsy.
Deliberately clumsy, mimicking the act. But then it changes. Fluidity, precision, speed, power. The sources say she surpasses Rick's demonstration.
The crowd reaction?
Stunned silence. Then applause. Rick looks completely confused and then shocked realization dawns. Eric is horrified. Kenji just gives this subtle nod. He knew.
Then the sparring. Rick holds back at first.
Yeah, maybe confused, maybe cautious.
Yeah.
Thelma just evades him effortlessly.
Yeah.
Minimal movement. Rick gets frustrated, attacks more aggressively.
Like Thelma.
Steps inside his guard, makes his techniques just
Yeah.
collapse. The sources say it lasted 2 minutes. Rick couldn't land a single hit.
And the finish.
Rick overextends. Thelma delivers this soft, precise palm strike to his wrist, disarms him, makes him stumble. Not a knockout blow, but total control. The dojo goes silent again, this time in awe.
Until Tyler explodes. That's bullshit. Storms onto the mat.
But Kenji steps forward, calm authority, and reveals everything. Thelma Inouye Gardner, he announces, 6-time All-Japan Women's Karate Champion and direct student of Master Hidetaka Tanaka.
Wow. Rick whispers the name. Thunderhand Gardner. He finally gets it. He's had a living legend under his nose. Eric is probably spinning it as a publicity stunt already.
While Mia's thrilled, I knew it. Josh is just awestruck. My dad's gonna lose his mind. And Tyler, utterly confused. Why was she pretending?
And Thelma's response sums it up. Some questions deserve answers. Others must be earned through respect. Then Rick, the students, they bow. The masquerade is truly over.
The aftermath is chaos, as you'd expect. Reporters, Erica scrambling. There's a meeting in Rick's office. Rick wants answers. Erica wants reputation management. Kenji calls it an honor.
Thelma finally shares her story. American dad, Japanese mom from an Aikido family, secret training with the Tanaka clan, first non-Japanese to master their techniques.
She starts to explain why she disappeared after 1974, but gets interrupted. Amanda bursts in, showing them the viral video of Thelma practicing in the park. Mia's video.
Eric panics. Rick is just awed by the skill. That's beautiful.
And the video triggers things. Josh gets that text from his dad, come home now, pressure mounts.
Mia and Josh use the downtime in Mia's research to piece together the Tokyo scandal, Kojiro's criminal network betting, fixed matches.
And Thelma exposed it all by refusing to throw a match. That's why she had to disappear.
Tyler then confesses to them about Erica bribing a judge, covering up his supplement use. The 3 students are now united against the dojo's corruption.
The past comes knocking literally. A note under Rick's door from Kojiro. A threat. One more loss. Kenji confirms it's his style. The old danger is back.
We see Thelma at her husband James's grave. The sources reveal he died protecting her from Kojiro's men. That's the good reason she disappeared. It fuels her resolve now.
Rick finds her there, apologizes sincerely, asks to learn her philosophy. She gives him her father-in-law's book, a real moment of connection and passing on tradition.
But the confrontation isn't over. A stranger walks into the dojo, challenges their highest-ranking fighter, looking right at Thelma.
Hiroshi Kojima, Kojiro's son. Kenji confirms it. This was inevitable.
Their first match is described as a demonstration. Hiroshi's aggressive style versus Thelma's classical defense. Minimal movement, perfect timing. She identifies him, Kojiro's son.
Kenji explains Hiroshi was raised purely for revenge, blaming Thelma for his father's downfall.
But Thelma doesn't finish him. Why?
Her words, violence begets violence. She's choosing a different path, trying to break the cycle.
Well, Erica's still trying to protect the brand, deleting Thelma's records again.
Rick stands up this time, gives Erica an ultimatum. Restore the records, or he walks. He chooses integrity. Finally.
Josh, meanwhile, seeks out Thelma for real training, confides in her about his father, wanting strength without cruelty.
And Thelma agrees. Secret dawn training sessions in the park begin. Focus on breath, Center, balance, mindfulness. Power without purpose is just violence, she teaches, a total contrast to the old dojo way.
And it works. Josh spars Tyler, uses this new, calm, economical style. Tyler's confused but respects it.
Mia keeps digging,
Oh.
confirms Kojiro's network history. Josh connects it to Hiroshi being the new face of that threat.
Then Thelma makes a bold move, goes to Hiroshi's gym, confronts him directly.
Tells him the truth his father hid. She wasn't Kojiro's student. He tried to fix the match. His men killed her partner. Shows him the scar, his father's gift. She plants doubt. Tells him, you are not your father.
Back at their dojo, Tyler reveals more of Erica's corruption. The student alliance is solid. And then Mia's parents visit Thelma, thanking her for the change in their daughter. Rick sees this genuine impact.
It all comes to a head at the regional tournament. Tension's high. Josh wins his first match easily, using Thelma's principles. His dad's watching. Unreadable.
Tyler's match shows his change too. He chooses a safer technique, avoids injuring his opponent.
Then Thelma and Kenji perform a dual kata. Sources describe it as breathtaking. Perfect sync, power, grace, pure traditional karate.
Erica tries one last time to distance the dojo from Thelma, but Rick steps up.
Big time. In front of everyone, he exposes Erica. The match fixing, the supplements, deleting records. This ends today, he says. Either we stand for something real. Erica storms out. Integrity wins.
And then Hiroshi Kojima walks in, registers for the open division to challenge Thelma directly.
The officials hesitate, but Thelma accepts. Some debts can't wait.
The final match. Thelma versus Hiroshi. Sources call it a conversation through movement, history, honor, vengeance, truth.
Thelma gets injured her shoulder, but uses her breathing techniques, adapts, keeps fighting with calm determination.
They talk during the fight. Hiroshi repeats his father's lies. Thelma counters with the truth about Kojiro's ambition, her partner's death. Tries to make him see the difference between martial arts and just ambition.
And the climax. Hiroshi attacks. Thelma steps inside, disrupts him, and places her palm gently over his heart. Control, not destruction. Compassion, not vengeance.
Hiroshi surrenders, his whole worldview shattered. I don't know how to exist without my father's hatred, he says. Thelma tells him finding out is his next journey, the hardest fight.
The crowd is silent. Then the students, Rick, they start bowing, followed by others. Deep respect. Kenji's emotional. The legacy is passed on, transformed.
The sources wrap it up. Rick buys out Erica, rebuilds the dojo on traditional values. Investigations follow. Kojiro's network finally collapses with Mia and Kenji's help. Hiroshi even comes back as a guest instructor, starting his new path.
The dojo is renamed Gardner Tanaka Karate Academy. Rick puts on a white belt, becomes a student again under Thelma.
And Thelma's final words to the students capture it all. The real fight is internal, about who you want to be. We see her teaching the kids, breathe, center, begin. Her journey from hidden legend to transformative teacher is complete.
It's an incredible story uncovered in these sources, isn't it? From mockery and secrets to respect and renewal, it really shows how digging deeper challenges our first impressions about people, about strength.
Absolutely. And it leaves us, and you, with something to think about, inspired by Thelma's choice in that final moment with Hiroshi. When faced with conflict, what's more important to protect? Your pride, your need to be right based on the past, or the potential you have to change someone else's future?
A powerful question. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.